Well, hello there, beautiful people, and welcome to Sunny Daze, the podcast that's all about good vibes, all about great stories, and just the right amount of magic. And I'm your host, Jolly. And today, I'd like to introduce you to two beautiful people. First up, Annabella Parker. Twice the tassel, twice the tenacity. Boney, Texas is known for big skies and Texas pride. And this month, it gained something else to brag about, a powerhouse graduate named Annabella Parker. At just 18, Annabella didn't just walk across one stage, she conquered two. Her journey started with a shaky beginning. Born at just 26 weeks, Annabella spent her earliest days fighting to survive. That resilience must have taken root because fast forward to high school, she just wasn't satisfied with the usual cap and gown path. Oh, nope. She joined the P-Tech program, Pathways in Technology Early College High School, which meant she would earn an associate's degree alongside her high school diploma. But here's the twist. She started the program a whole year late. Most students would have thrown in the tassel and said, maybe next time. But not Annabella. She hit the gas, took summer classes, and managed to catch up with her cohorts. On May 18th, Annabella graduated from Northwest Vista College with a degree in applied technology. A week later, she did it again at Samuel V. Champion High School. Same grin, same glory, new cap. Her next step, well, she's diving deeper into cloud computing and IT infrastructure. She's aiming to become a trailblazer, and something tells me she'll do just that. Annabella credits her support system, her little sister who's following in her footsteps, and her faith that hard work can create miracles. Well, how about you? Have you ever started something late and still came out stronger for it? And next up, a story about introduction to Miss Daniela Rascon Rivas. Salute to strength, the stole that sparked a moment. Well, in Mesa, Arizona, Daniela Rascon Rivas wasn't just preparing for graduation, she was preparing to serve her country. As a senior and soon to be National Guard member, Daniela had earned the right to wear her military stole with pride. But her school district had other plans, or rather, other rules. According to their policy, military stoles weren't approved for the official graduation regalia. And just like that, Daniela's proud moment became a problem. Now, a lot of folks might have accepted that, shrugged, she did. And then she said, rules are rules. But Daniela, she thought again. She launched a petition. She gathered thousands of signatures, rallied her community, and drew the attention of the local news and Arizona Superintendent Tom Horn. She wasn't disrespectful and she wasn't being disrespectful. She was resolute. She simply wanted her service and the service of others to be seen. And guess what? She won. The district reversed its policy, and now students across the district, present and future, are allowed to wear military stoles to represent their enlistment. Now, Danielle's story isn't just about the stole, it's about the power of a student voice, about standing your ground respectfully and changing the system, not just for you, but for others too. So, how about you? What's something you stood up for that changed more than just your own story? And now, some fun did you know? Well, we are on the graduation theme, last one this month. So, how about this? Before they tossed that cap. Well, before she tossed that cap, Lady Gaga, before the meat dress, before the monster fame, Stephanie Germanato, I hope I said that right, was a Catholic school student who enrolled at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts. She dropped out to pursue music full time, but here's the kicker. Her classmates said that she was too theatrical, and now she's got Oscars, Grammys, and is one of the most iconic halftime shows stars ever. Too theatrical? Please. And did you know, before he tossed his cap, Before he became the 44th president, young Barack Obama was a laid-back student at Occidental College in LA, then transferred to Columbia University. He graduated with a poli-sci degree in 1983, long before he'd rocked the mic with Yes We Can. Fun fact, he lost his first campaign for Congress. Oops, redemptions are encouraged. And before she tossed her cap, Viola Davis. Viola grew up in poverty in Rhode Island, facing immense challenges, but she found solace in books and in drama. She graduated from Rhode Island College and in 1988 with a theater degree, then headed straight to the prestigious Juilliard School. Now an EGOT winner, she reminds us that brilliance isn't born in privilege, it's grown in grit. And how about before he tossed his cap? Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Long before the eyebrow raise became legend, Dwayne was a football star at the University of Miami. He earned a degree in criminology and physiology. Yep, The Rock has a brain to match those biceps. He didn't go pro in football, but the world got the people's champ anyway. Let's talk about a plot twist there. All right, next up, how about some things you didn't know about graduation? Well, or things they didn't tell you about what to expect after the graduation part. Things they might have missed there at that commencement, some fun things to think about. Think about this. Success has no GPS, guys. Forget turn-by-turn direction. Life's more like a scavenger hunt in the fog, with raccoons stealing your map. You're going to take wrong turns and detours and maybe accidentally join a Zumba class thinking it's a job interview. Guess what? It's okay. Still counts. No one actually knows what they're doing. Not even the ones with medals. They might look like they have it all together, but trust me, someone in that honor cord gang just Googled how to boil pasta last night. And all about the grown-ups and us grown-ups, we're making it up as we go half the time. And the professors, they've been winging it since dial-up. So you're in great confused company. And something else, your degree is powerful, but so is kindness, so is curiosity, and so is knowing when to take a nap. Yes, wave that diploma like a lightsaber of achievement, but also know, holding the door open, asking good questions, and getting 8 hours of sleep when possible, those are also superpowers. Cape's optional. And your dream job, well, it might start with alphabetizing toothpaste samples in a closet. It's okay. You're not failing. You're leveling up your plot line. Every rom-com has that weird montage moment. Yours might involve labeling lotion or learning Excel from a Karen in HR who thinks memes are viruses. Stay humble. Stay hilarious. You'll be okay. No, seriously, you will. Not every day will feel like a TikTok highlight reel, but you'll laugh. You'll grow. You'll meet people who get you. And someday soon, before you know it, you'll look back at today, yesterday's, and this month, this year, and think, dang, that was just the beginning. So wherever you're headed, whether it's to college or a job, or you're having a gap year, or straight back to bed, remember this. It's your path, it's your pace, and it's your parade. Keep it curious, keep it kind. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now, how about a Jolly Chat story called The Arctic Scroll, Ralph and Oscar Graduate. Somewhere high above the icy ridges of the Arctic tundra, nestled in a snow-dusted pine grove known only as Whisper Feather Ridge, stood the legendary Owl Navigation Scout Academy, or ONSA for those in the know. It wasn't just a flight school. No. It was there the finest snow owls were trained to become elite guides of the North, charting stars, reading snowflakes, and helping everyone from wandering walruses to winter campers find their way home. And this year's top graduates, well, none other than Ralph and Oscar. Ralph was tall and regal, with plumage so crisp he looked like he'd flown out of a snow globe. He was calm, wise, and had a soft spot for poetry and a spicy stew. Oscar, he was a hoot, literally and figuratively. He wore his feathers slightly ruffled, loved telling jokes mid-flight, and once accidentally guided a family of penguins to an igloo rave instead of their nesting cliff. Whoops, it builds character, he claimed. However, they were unstoppable. One guided with precision and the other guided with heart, soul, and direction. On graduation day, the entire forest gathered. Foxes wore bow ties, polar bears brought picnic baskets, even a moose wore a Go Owls banner around his antlers. And in the back row, a lost hiking group from Minnesota sipping cocoa and clapping together. Ralph and Oscar had guided them to safety just a week earlier. Well, head mistress Tallulah, a majestic horned owl with spectacles and a voice like winter wind, took center stage. Ralph and Oscar, she boomed, you have passed every test, from midnight flight paths to blizzard beaconing. You've even assisted humans, which I must say takes a special kind of patience. Oscar winked at Ralph, especially the one who kept calling me a duck, and they laughed. They received their Arctic scrolls, fluttered into a synchronized celebratory spin, and hooted with pride. Their next mission? Leading the annual Aurora Migration Escort, where creatures followed the northern lights to new homes. As they soared off that evening, wings glowing under the shimmering sky, Ralph looked over and said, think we're ready for anything? Oscar grinned. As long as you don't let me guide anyone back to that penguin rave ever again. And somewhere beneath them, a young snow hare paused mid-hop, looked up and whispered, follow the owls. They always know the way. The end. All right. Thanks, beautiful souls. That's a wrap for today's Sunny Days. Remember, kindness is contagious and joy is a choice. And a little bit of magic is hiding in the everyday if you're just willing to look for it. Keep shining, keep smiling, and most importantly, keep being you. Stay sunny. We'll see you next week.